Hairdos, Sofia, Zaira Chavez, Daria Miaela, Amara Vlogs, Brinkley Debor, Amina Junaid, Pretty Girl Queen Kiki, Timmy the Fish, and Elim Gomez. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. I love you all very dearly. Let's get on to the video. So it's gonna be a relatively shorter video this time. It's gonna be about Dora the Explorer.
Hi, I'm Dora.
Yeah. If you don't know Dora the Explorer, then you've been living under the freaking rock, because Dora the Explorer is this very popular kids TV show that you probably grew up with, and if you didn't, how? But basically, it follows around this like 7-year-old girl who later turns 8 in like season 5 or something, and she teaches the world Spanish.
Can you say abre la puerta?
And in other parts of the country, she teaches other languages, so they wouldn't even know she's Latina, but now she's mainly known as a meme, basically.
Hola! Soy Dora!
But I wanted to figure out if there's more to the show than meets the eye. And honestly, I found so many things. One, it's a really old show. Well, really old. It came out in the 2000s, I believe. But now I guess it's really old. It's like 2 decades old or so. But it's an older show, and so of course there's gonna be a lot of theories on this show. Kind of like The Simpsons. And if you want a video on The Simpsons, let me know. I'd love to make one. But you think there wouldn't be anything to uncover based on the simplicity of every single episode? It's basically the same thing. There's a dilemma, something has to be fixed, something needs to be returned, I don't know, whatever. They go on a journey, they call it map, they call it backpack, they sing the same songs every time, and they get to their destination and they're like, we did it! Lo hicimos! Yeah! But here are some theories that I came upon, and I think they're worth noting. Like, Dora has dementia. She doesn't... For some reason, Dora has dementia. She doesn't realize how repetitive her life is, so people think she has dementia. But other people believe she has schizophrenia because she believes that her backpack talks to her and the map talks to her, and she has a friend that's a monkey who wears boots and talks.
What do we do, Dora? What do we do?
Make it make sense, Dora. But other people believe she's a witch. I don't know about that one. But my personal favorite, and the one that makes the most sense to me, is that a lot of people believe that Dora the series is actually a video game. And why do people think this? Well, it's pretty obvious, honestly. One, her name is Dora, and in Spanish, computer is computadora. And honestly, this whole series kind of feels like a game because it's very interactive. Dora's always asking you, do you see the mountain? Where is the ocean? Can you say arriba?
Do you see Swiper?
You know, things like that. And throughout this whole quest, which is what it is, it's like one of those games that have a story and you go on a quest. It's kind of like Mortal Kombat, but not Mortal.
Fatality. Total Khan wins.
Forget I said that. It's not Mortal Kombat at all. But you are given only a few tools that the backpack gives to you. I mean, you have a map, sort of like a quest, sort of like a journey, sort of like a game. The biggest proof of all is that there is a literal mouse. Not the rat mouse, the computer mouse. Like, you can see it click on things all the time. So honestly, I think this is the theory that is most probable. Regarding that, I wanted to take it a step further. Have you guys heard of the simulation theory?
Our computing power is growing rapidly, right? We create simulations of worlds. Imagine a day where you can simulate a world so perfectly that you can recreate every single neurosynaptic thought you could have, but now you're in the simulation on the computer.
I'm talking about in real life. People actually think that we are living in a simulation. And I don't know if you've heard about this, but it's pretty popular. So if you haven't heard about it, then again, you're living under a rock. But basically, if you haven't heard about it, no judgment, but they believe there's some sort of computer or whatever it is that can be intelligent enough to recreate life. And there's really no way for us to know if we are in a freaking simulation or not. Like, someone's controlling our lives, someone's putting these obstacles in our life, they're playing with us, kind of like the Sims game. I think, I don't know, I've never played The Sims. This is a pretty popular theory that a lot of theorists, like conspiracy theorists, have theorized about. But this is one of those theories that are not just like the governments are full of lizards type thing. Some scientists believe this as well, which is rather fascinating. Some people have come out and said that there are glitches that can be seen all over the place. Some people claim that these are glitches, and that's proof that we are in a simulation because video games have glitches. Do I believe we're living in a simulation? I don't know. I choose not to believe it because that's kind of scary. I don't want to believe we're in a simulation. It's crazy to think about, but I don't believe it. Relating that to Dora, however, what if Dora the Explorer is trying to simulate that type of world where Dora does live in a simulation? Something to prove this is in the very first season. The intro starts with walking into double doors in a house that is filled with orange and green accents, I believe, and it's like the real world. It's like this world. Then the camera pans towards the computer on a desk and it zooms in to the world of Dora. I mean, I think that does prove that Dora is in a computer, in a video game, or some sort of thing, some sort of simulation apart from the real world. There is someone clearly recording this. Someone is walking in with a camera through these doors, recording the room and into the computer. That's kind of disturbing now that I think about it. Why would the creators want this in the show? What is this room? Why do we have to view this room into the computer? That's strange. Is someone documenting something? Is this some sort of experiment? Honestly, if we look later on into the season and we look inside the house of Dora, there are orange and green accents all around, kind of like that room. What if this room is in Dora's house? What if Dora was a real live person? What if Dora is stuck in a simulation? What if this is an experiment and whoever is recording this room is the person experimenting on this family, especially Dora? Perhaps these are the first experiments to the simulation. Throughout the whole show, she never really gets mad. She gets seemingly worried, but never mad. She's always smiling, almost as if she's forced to simulate a specific feeling. Kind of like when the Beldam forces the other YB to smile. Maybe Dora is being forced to smile. But why would someone do this? Why would anybody be so cruel as to put a child in a simulation where she's trapped and forever controlled? Think about it. What runs the world? What is the one thing that everybody wants? Money. People just care about money. And if you think that's absurd, think again, because for many years, scientists have used people against their will to experiment on them. Not just people, animals as well. We live in a cruel world, and maybe Dora is just one of those experiments. Maybe she's just forced to be in that world forever. That is very depressing. Oh my god. I didn't think this video was going to be that depressing. Anyways, I love you. Like, comment, share, subscribe, do anything you can so we can get this video picked up by the algorithm. I love you so much, so dearly. I appreciate every single one of you. I'm so serious. I hope you have a wonderful day.
You live up here?
Yeah, me and my dad. The big fish protects them. I touched it once.
Isn't it dangerous?
I know your problem. You got a Bruno in your head. I started when my dad left.
A Bruno. Tell me what they mean.
Alberto, you can't. Alberto, you're gonna die. Alberto, don't put that in your mouth. He said I was old enough to be on my own.